Like a nervous wreck, England legend Paul Gascoigne delivers Thomas Tuchel verdict. England legend Paul Gascoigne has suggested new manager Thomas Tuchel looked like a nervous wreck in their shock 3-1 defeat to Senegal. Hello everyone, I bring you football updates on this channel. Comment the team you support so I can share news about it. I hope you've subscribed. Thank you for watching. The defeat to Senegal was the first of Tuchel's tenure and the first time England have ever lost to an African nation. After initially impressing, Tuchel and his players struggled throughout their most recent international break, losing to Senegal and narrowly beating Andorra 1-0. Gascoigne, speaking exclusively to Goal on behalf of eSports Insider, said, "It's not a very good start, and if I was him, I'd be panicking. It must be awkward. I mean, fortunately for me, I had two great English managers in Terry Venables and Bobby Robson. But to be a German manager, I wonder what the atmosphere is like in the dressing room. It can't be that good." I saw the manager's interview after the last game, and he looked like a nervous wreck. Manchester United make big Antony sacrifice as star closes in on unusual transfer agreement. Antony impressed during a loan spell at Real Betis from Man United. Manchester United are understood to be increasingly open to the possibility of granting Antony a dream transfer away from Old Trafford, amid claims a rarely seen arrangement will help facilitate the deal, and with the winger making clear his feelings on interest from Brentford and Aston Villa. The Brazilian cost Manchester United an eye-watering figure of £86 million, €100 million, $115 million, when he joined the Red Devils from Ajax in summer 2022. But despite Erik ten Hag convincing the board to fork out the second-largest fee in the club's history, Antony rarely showed his best form at Old Trafford, often flattering to deceive and leave fans and pundits aghast at the fee he cost. With his situation not improving under Ruben Amorim, it was no surprise to see Antony head out on loan. And having agreed to a move to Real Betis, the winger quickly rediscovered his mojo in Andalusia and reminded the watching world of his talents once again. Having played a part in an impressive 14 goals, 9 scored, 5 assists, during his 26 matches for the club, it's little to surprise to see the two parties hoping to make the arrangement permanent. However, with Betis struggling to meet United's demands, even with a serious reduction on their initial investment, Manuel Pellegrini's side have been forced to get creative as they look to fund his signing. Now, according to ABC de Sevilla, officials from Betis traveled to England last week for talks with United counterparts to try and thrash out a deal. And in the meeting, they are understood to have proposed a deal that would see them pay just £17 million, €20 million, $23 million, to become part owners of the player. Under the proposal, they would look to increase that ownership of the player, initially set at 50% by a further 12.5% each year over a 4-year period until achieving full ownership. Co-ownership deals are relatively common in La Liga, but rarely seen in the Premier League. And Betis believed the formula would represent their only chance of bringing the 25-year-old back to the Estadio Benito Villamarín next season. While United themselves would prefer a larger portion of the cash up front, they are well aware of Antony's preference and are understood to be giving increasing thoughts to sanctioning this somewhat unusual request. Man United outcast Antony to ignore Villa, Brentford to force through move. After his hugely productive spell at Betis, it's little surprise to see several clubs having now sat up and taken notice of the star once again. To that end, the 16 times capped Brazil international has been mentioned as a target for Juventus, Real Sociedad and Atletico Madrid, with the latter having kept a close eye on his progress at Betis. In addition, 2 Premier League sides have also been credited with an interest in the player in the form of Aston Villa and Brentford. The two sides are in the market for new wingers this summer, with the Bees set to lose Brian Bumo, with United well-placed to secure his signing, and with Villa plotting life after both two current loanees Marcus Rashford and Marco Asensio. Despite that, Antony is understood to have made it clear his preference remains on making his stay in La Liga next season. "I am very happy here, but I do not know what will happen in the future," he said. "I always say that I enjoy every day with the club, the city, everything, and I give my best for the team. It is still too early to talk about my future. I think that to regain my confidence, the most important thing was to reconnect with myself. I found that here, And that's why I'm very happy and more confident every day. Pellegrini has also admitted he hopes to have Antony at his disposal again next season. I see Antony very involved in the team, in the group, in the institution, Pellegrini said. We would all be happy if he stayed, but now we have to focus on the present. Man United transfer latest, Mbeumo deal close. Ekitike swap proposal. On the subject of Mbeumo, United are reportedly closing in on striking an agreement with Brentford over the Cameroon international, following a fresh update from Team Talk transfer insider Rudy Galletti. Elsewhere, Team Talk sources can reveal the transfer fee that United are looking to recoup for Jadon Sancho this summer as Saudi sides join a quartet of European clubs in the hunt for his signature. And finally, United have decided on the 2 forwards they could offer Eintracht Frankfurt in a remarkable player plus cash deal for striker Hugo Ekitike, according to a report. Mason Greenwood returns to Manchester after Marseille future decision as he links up with ex-United teammate for training session. Mason Greenwood was spotted training in Manchester with an ex-United teammate after seeing Marseille make a big decision on his future. Greenwood back on English shores, keeping up his fitness during season break, was joined by Dmani Meller in training. What happened? The 23-year-old forward, who made a permanent switch to Marseille from United for £26.6 million in 2024, has been using the summer break as an opportunity to train at familiar grounds to maintain his fitness levels, as revealed by The Sun. He was joined at a Manchester training facility this week by former United youth teammate Dmani Meller. Both players came through the ranks at Carrington, though their paths have diverged over the years. Mason Greenwood back in Manchester as Marseille striker trains with former Man United teammate. The bigger picture. Meller, now 24, never broke into United's Premier League squad but made a single senior appearance in a 2019 Europa League clash against Astana, a game where Greenwood also featured. Meller, who substituted in for Tahith Chong during that game, eventually left Old Trafford permanently in 2022 to sign with Wycombe Wanderers. He now plays under the stewardship of Robbie Savage at non-league outfit Macclesfield FC. Did you know? In his debut season at Marseille, Greenwood lit up French football with 22 goals and 6 assists across 36 matches in all competitions. The clinical attacker played a major role in helping Marseille secure Champions League qualification for the 2025-26 campaign, something he's made clear he wants to be part of. Greenwood told reporters in May, "I hope to be here next year to play in the Champions League. Some players tell me that playing in the Champions League here is something special. It was a very positive season. We achieved all our goals. We qualified for the Champions League." Summer transfer rumors have still been swirling, but Marseille have seemingly confirmed that Greenwood will be staying put for at least 1 more year. The club wrote in a recent social media post, "Looking forward to more, Mason." What next for Greenwood? Greenwood is determined to stay sharp during the summer break so that he can impress Roberto De Zerbi when Marseille reconvene for pre-season in July. They are set to play 2 friendlies against Al Jazeera and Valencia on July 26th and 29th, respectively, to drum up their preparations for the 2025-26 League One season.